Dear aspirants, learners, and my dear students, once again, your management coach, Dr. Sandhya Srivastav, is here. And thank you for subscribing my channel. And we will continue with the entrepreneurship development series second. In the last, we have studied about the definition, functions, motivation barriers, internal and external factors, concept classification theories, culture and stages. So to recapitulate all, we have already did the case study on Dabbawalas, Mumbai's. I'd already assigned you some assignment for it. Have you done it? If you did it, please inbox me so that I can just go through and check it to you. We will continue and start with the second unit, which cover out the major topics. I just want to tell you one thing more. The plethora of things which we have already studied about the entrepreneurship, and in the last series one, we have studied about the stages in entrepreneurship process, in which major stages of entrepreneurship was converging on the idea. Second one was the business plan. Third, business formation, growth and exit, and afterwards going publics. So now we will concentrate for the first point in the stages of entrepreneurship, that is converging on idea. On the basis of converging on idea, the entrepreneurship development focused on idea generation. First, in this unit second, we are going to study about the idea generation, screening and project identification, creative performance, feasibility analysis, economic and marketing analysis, financial and technical analysis, project planning, evaluation, monitoring, and control. We will also going to study about the project segmentation, creative problem solving, techniques of creative problem solving. And in the last, in the summary, we will once again will discuss about the certain FAQs which was asked by the some students or the learners. So we will just go through it, and some MCQs are also there mentioned in the second unit. We have once again a case study with us and the certain assignments which I will give it. So we will begin with the idea generation, the entrepreneur. So thus once again we'll just recapitulate about the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur is the person who is a good organizer, a goal achiever, ambitious. The characteristics, they have a different characteristics. So first and foremost important point for the process of entrepreneurship is what? Converging on the idea. So from the converging on the idea, it would be the first and foremost step, that is the idea generation. Because when we will start something, for the forecasting is important. When we want to do something in the life, first we will see, we will take an example of our individual. When we are too young, we cannot say young, a childhood. I was, in fact, personally I was influenced by a defense lady. So I want to be a brigadier rank, and all that of things, means I just want to be moved towards the defense. And afterwards I had seen a doctor which she was looking so beautiful and so slim, so I want to be on the basis of their physical traits. I just influence. So every individual from the childhood have a different opinion and different ambitions in their mind. But at the particular time and stage, if an individual defines what exactly he have to do it, so for that he have to make it idea generation in their mind. So likewise, when we go ahead for the internship person, entrepreneur, so we will discuss about the entrepreneurs develop business ideas by what? I told you, and I had given you my personal example, that I was influenced because I was belongs to the defense people. So, and second one, when we saw the doctors along with besides us, and so influencing. Likewise, the entrepreneurs see the opportunity what is in the market from where an individual influenced. So first and important point is business idea generation point. So developing new products and services, tapping new markets, formulating new methods of production, identifying new raw materials, new ways of organizing processes. Afterwards, sources of ideas. There are different sources, plethora. Likewise, development in other nation, observing markets, government organization, trade fairs, exhibitions, thought, impression, notions, attractive. I'd given you examples also for attractive, durable, timely. So these are the certain points. You just go through it so that you will understand the points. Afterwards, we have some observing study trends. Economic factors are there, social, technological, political. So in the economic forces, social forces, and we have a different number of, yes, we have a different number of forces which I elaborated in a particular way, so that will be easy for you to do for the examination point of view. So here are some recognizing opportunities and generating ideas points that would be related with the first one. It was related with the economic, social, technological, and political. So I had personally mentioned every sub points for the every individual headings. You can just go ahead with the it and you will find it out. Afterwards, we have a personal characteristics for opportunity recognition. Prior experience in an industry, entrepreneur alertness, sixth sense, we can say, social networks, creativity. What exactly creativity is? Creativity is something new, innovative, and innovative words derives and helps out and become the characteristics of an entrepreneur. So creativity is somehow related with the entrepreneur, and this is a particular quality which is going to be required for the entrepreneur. We have a techniques in generating ideas. What are the certain techniques? First is the brainstorming. Sub points are given, examples are given. First is brainstorming, then we have a focus group, surveys, customer advisory boards. So these are the certain techniques. First is the brainstorming, under which we have subheadings, that is enthusiasm, freewheeling, no criticism allowed, loop probing encouraged, session move quickly. Second one, focus. Third one is survey, customer advisory boards. So this would be lecture first, which we have already finished on. If you have any problem, any single query related to the first lecture, you can inbox me. I will just try to give the answers of every individual query. Second one, we have a lecture 2 that is related with the screening and project identification. First was idea generation, means something in our mind. Seed, we had put it seed in the ground. Afterward, when the seeding would be there would be a certain, means we will see certain green point. What exactly it is? It is identification. We just find it out that there is something in the ground, there is something land related, means there is something growing. So what exactly it is? It is the screening and project identification. So in the project identification, we have a points, that is pre-identification and project identification. Pre-identification, when we do certain things, we just go ahead with it. Pre-identification, where do projects originate? What we have to do? As we have already studied in the management also, that in the controlling also, there would be a pre-controlling, concurrent controlling, and the post-controlling. What does it mean? It means for doing something functioning in the functioning form, so there would be a certain steps involved in that to avoid the risk. So first one is the pre-identification, then there would be a project identification. And the two complementary approaches are suggested. First is find out what people want, exactly what is in the trend, what is the need, what is the desire of an individual, because when there would be a requirement, then only we can supply, and that would be the consumption. So second one is the examine existing situations. So both points are important for the project identification. We have certain reasons for rejection of a particular project. So what are the reasons? There may be a lot many of reasons. A few I had given the example, that is excessive risk, inadequate raw material, local capabilities, means meet out nahi ho rahi hai. Third one is the inadequate, I'd already discussed about the raw materials. Fourth is over ambitious design, inadequate demand of a proposed output. So these are the certain excessive economic, social and environmental cost. Lack of commitment. So these are the certain reasons for rejection of a particular project. So every entrepreneur have to put it in their mind to avoid the risk for their individual project. Yes. So now we will I want to summarize all related with the pre-identification and project identification. That is a pre-feasibility. In pre-feasibility, we just before time and resources are spent, there is need to be developed some feel for whether a project is likely to be feasible. Is there a chances? Is there a probability? Is there a livelihood? Means, so what exactly we have to check it out. That is the pre-feasibility. So, pre-feasibility study, project idea, design alternatives, reasons for the choices made. So, study to permit a decision that includes what? The size and nature of the demand for the product. In fact, I personally described everything in a very detailed manner. It will definitely help out to all of you that how you have to write an examination, and as well as when you go through very depthly, you will understand the concept very clearly. So we will once again start with the pre-feasibility study. That is the project idea. The study should briefly examine the size and nature of the demand, the alternative technical solutions, the availability of the principal physical and human resources and skills. Fourth, the magnitude of the cost, the magnitude of the financial and economic rates, any financial institute constraints and policies issues. What are the certain project identification test, which is one and important point. As before going for the examination, final examination, you have to undergone through some class test, internal examination that would be related when we have to finalize our project identification, we have to do certain test. What is first? Options and alternatives, initial choices, institutional and policy, that is to identify, likely to be justified, adequate support, adequate funding, preparation program. What is the purpose and the scope for it? For deciding proceed with the project, for choosing something. The purpose of the feasibility study is to provide decision makers with the basis for deciding whether to proceed with the project or not. Because on the basis of the test, we will finalize if the student is eligible for the final examination or not. That would be the same. On the basis of the certain test, we easily identify the entrepreneur can avoid risk by finding out their result from the test. Purpose and scope questions conform with the organization's objectives and priorities. So these are the certain means points questions. I had already put it out. You just go through it. Project preparation, primary importance, what it is, clear definition of a project objective, that would be very specific. Achievements are to be measured. One and foremost important, once again, smart. Objectives should be smart. What smart? Everyone is smart, but we will go through the definition for smart. What it is specific, measurable, achievable, reasonable and time bound. Defining objectives, I had mentioned in a very proper way, systematic, and that will be help out to all of you to do for the examination. So thank you for the attending lecture second, and now we will go for lecture third, that is the creative performance. When we do something, when we undergone through some certain process, definitely there would be a performance. What creative performance for the entrepreneurship? Definition of creativity. What exactly creativity is? From the childhood you attended, I think, the SUPW classes in your schools. What exactly it was? It was basically to check it out the creativity of an individual. Teachers just want to check it out, what an individual student want to do something great. Means to utilization of pencils, peppers, colors. Somehow the people do shading, coloring, have some imaginary things in their mind. So out of these activities, and head can easily identify what are the certain quality which an individual have. So this would be in creativity, something new, great, unique that it is. So the Clarissa Pinkola, it is women who run with the walls, who defined creativity is the ability to respond to all that goes on around us, to choose from the hundreds of possibilities of thoughts, feelings, actions, and reactions that arise within us. So, opening our minds, perception, curiosity, and exploration. What is this? What new we can do? How can I do this? How can I achieve it? What is the goal? What is my ambition? How can I do? What is required in the market? What new I can do? That is opening of our mind. So, these are the certain points. Imagine the familiar, find links, realize the impact of change, accept new perspectives, follow broad and moving path. So, exploring thinking techniques. What are the creative thinking techniques? First is soft thinking, hard thinking, visual thinking, and idea thinking. Please note it, I'd already mentioned the examples for all of you. Please go through it. First is soft thinking, hard thinking, visual thinking, idea listing thinking, writing activities, group interaction activities, and process product activities. These are the certain creative thinking techniques. Others are removing mental locks. Sometime it happens, there would be a hurdles, what is in, and there are certain bands in our minds. So how we have to unlock it, make it the right answer, logical, rules, practical, fibers, foolish, ambitious, wrong, creativity, something should be new. So creativity in the workplace, supervisors is the person. Likewise, I'd given you the example for the school childhood days, when teacher analyzes ki yes, what exactly an individual student can do better for their life. So when we do in the workplace, the supervisor is the only person who can easily identify. Examining creativity. So these are the certain points. Please go through it very clearly. Measuring creativity. What are the certain tests? On the basis of that, we can easily identify creativity. First is the divergent thinking test, Torrance test of creative thinking, Guilford personality and biographical inventories. I had personally mentioned everything in a very proper way. You just go through it, find it out any single problem. Please text me or inbox me. I will give you the details for it. Personality traits are mentioned over here. Thank you for attending lecture 3rd. Now we will proceed with the lecture 4, that is the feasibility analysis. What is the meaning of feasibility? Feasibility here is the probability. What is the forecasting, we can say, livelihood, what next? So what is a feasibility study? What to study and conclude, types of feasibility, operational, technical, schedule, and economic. Quantifying benefits and cost, payback analysis, net present value analysis, return on investment analysis, comparing alternatives. So these are the certain why feasibility studies. These are the points, objectives are mentioned. Go through it. Feasibility study management makes a, so these are the contents of the feasibility study. Types of feasibility, I'd already mentioned you in the starting also. Operational feasibility is there, technically feasibility, schedule feasibility, economic feasibility, and so these are the certain, you can easily go through it. So certain points and the questions are mentioned, please do it. What are the developments and the operational cost? Are the benefits that will occur worth the cost? Thank you for attending lecture 4. We'll come to the lecture 5th, that is the economic and marketing analysis. Marketing, what exactly, and economic, both are important points and indispensable for your entrepreneurship development. We will come to the point, that is the economic feasibility, to identify the financial risk associated with the project. What? How much will be the system cost? What will be the benefit? What are the risk factors? How can we go ahead? What would be the investment? What is the net present value? What is the return on investment? Break even points also. Identify cost and benefits. So these are the certain points which we have to thoroughly understand. because on the basis of these points only, and we can say these are the certain bases and the backgrounds, or we can say is a particular platform which analyze an entrepreneur that he will or not. So you can, and afterwards we have a, I had already mentioned you the net present value break even point, and later on I will give you the explanation for it also. Yes, present value formula I had mentioned over here. PV is the present value. I had already mentioned PV is equal to PV1, 1 plus I and N. And it is mentioned that N is a discount factor dependent only on I and N. It's an economic feasibility analysis. Please go through it. It's an example from the public university registration system. You can easily go through it. First year mentioned with the break-even analysis, cost, benefit. What are the certain points which cover out the benefits, cost, break-even analysis. Please go through it very carefully. It is important to understand the practical points. Market analysis. Market analysis, that what is the need and the desires, what is the requirement in the market that would be required to be float. Industry description, what kind of industry, size, barriers, cross margins, entry barriers, geographical locations, or these are the certain points. What are the target market, product, service, differentiation is there. You have already studied all these things in the third semester. I think the segmentation in the first semester also, the marketing management. In the marketing management there is STP, segmentation, targeting, and the positioning. What is the meaning of segmentation? We can just focus over here. The targeting, when we have certain point in our target, that is the target. Segmentation on the basis of requirement, when we analyze a particular segmentation. Already you understand this. If you find any problem, please text me. Marketing analysis is there. Industry description, target market, service differentiation, competitors are here, competitive advantage. Marketing analysis, we have to go through the marketing plan. What kind of marketing plan? Which we have already studied out in the fourth unit of marketing management first semester. Pricing, purpose of marketing plan, marketing tools, media plan, what are the marketing budget, tools which we have to use to get it more benefit and the outputs. That is important, indispensable part for the process. Thank you for attending lecture 5th. Now we will come to the point and we will go through the lecture 6, that is the financial and technical analysis. Financial feasibility analysis, total startups, cash needed, what is the requirement when we are going to start our particular something creative, new, innovative. Financial performance, overall financial attractiveness for the proposed venture, estimated total project cost, funding requirements, strategy, structure, and the project evaluation. Financial plan should be simple profit and loss statement. Derive all financial assumptions from expected cost, not sales projections. Try and avoid as many fixed costs as possible. Deviations from the original plan and solution, because it is possible what we are planning and what is going to be practical, there is should be a difference. I think it is, so we have to deal with it. Deal structure is there, debt or equity funding amounts, projected return on investments, the goal. When we are going to study about the technical feasibility, the goal, technical risk analysis, familiarity with the application on which we are going to work out, because wholesale businesses directly depends on it. Familiarity with the technology, project size, compatibility. So we will proceed with the lecture 7, that is the project planning, evaluation, monitoring, and controlling. Are you getting some point? Have you thinking something? Planning, evaluation, monitoring, and controlling? Yes, it is being related with the first semester subject, management concepts and hello, yeah, it is related in the management concepts, or we can say the second other subject, that is the principles and practices of management. So we will proceed with it. Project planning, evaluation, monitoring, and control. Project planning, guidelines for project plans. Use project plans. First we have to identify an individual things, then we plan something great in it, evaluate, then we go through it, then we final out something should be altered in it, then we can proceed. So project planning is the foremost and forecasting step for anything. And here we are doing a project planning, so planning would be start here. Something new, to gather all the information, to have all the necessary resources which is going to be required for particular projects. So these are the certain points and the guidelines which I had already mentioned. Please go through it. Afterwards we have internal factors. What are the internal factors and the external factors which affects us? Components of the project plan, that would be related with the objective, approach, policies, procedures, schedule, measures, requirements, plans, tracking, reporting. So please go through the project development life cycle, which is one of the foremost important point. First is project planning phase, analysis phase, design phase, implementation phase, and support phase. Once again we are going to study it. Project planning phase, analysis phase, design phase, implementation phase, and support phase. We have a planning phase: define problem, confirm project feasibility, produce project schedule, staff the project, launch the project. Analysis phase: gather information, system requirements, prototypes, priority requirements, alternatives, recommendations with management. Design phase: when we design all the related with the network architecture, interface, database design details, system controls. Implementation: when we do something and to be in the productivity way. How? Construct software components, document the system, install the system, convert data, verify and test. And support phase, which will help out maintain the system, enhance, support the users. For example, we can say help desk also. So thank you for lecture 7th, and now we will go ahead with the lecture 8th with same enthusiasm, because we have to finish out the second unit and to understand very depthly, not only for the examination point of view. We will focus on the conceptual knowledge, because it is, I don't know from how many of you will become the entrepreneur, and I want you to be. So we will start with the same enthusiasm. Lecture 8, that is the project segmentation. Project segmentation definition I mentioned as per the scholar W.J. Stanton. He says the process of talking to total heterogeneous market for product and dividing it into several sub-markets or segments, each of which tends to be homogeneous in all significant aspects. Benefits: to achieve rapid growth, marketing resources, particular segment in a better way, promotional devices, evaluate their results, decisions relating to introduction. First step and the procedure: first step is the survey stage, then analysis stage, and third one is the profiling stage. Then we have a consumer market segmentation, related segmentation, demographic, geographical, and psychographic. Business environment, we have already studied all the units and the topics related to it. But no problem, if you find any problem, please ask. Basis for consumer market segmentation: first is the product related behavior segmentation, which again with the subtopics: occasion, benefits, user status, readiness stage, attitude towards the particular product. We have a loyalty status. First is the product related, then will be the loyalty status. So hardcore, softcore, shifting, switches. So these are the certain. Thank you for attending lecture 8. Now we'll talk about the important point, that is the creative problem solving. That would be the basic, or we can say indispensable quality, which is going to be required in the entrepreneur to believe and to make the work done from the humans. So it's totally focused. Lecture 9th is on creative problem solving. Creative problem solving is looking at the same thing as everyone else and thinking something different. I'm just giving you one example for it. There is a glass, and with the water, from the starting, from the childhood, we are listening the example. So what exactly it is a creative problem solving. How can we identify what exactly an individual is thinking about it? But we never have to think about what other people are thinking. So it is our thinking, it is an interpersonal, we can say, or we can say it's an entrepreneur thinking, what an individual think about a certain rocks. If there is a rocks in the roads, so what an entrepreneur can think about it, how can the roads can be improved, what I can utilize it, how can I make it, what are the certain thinking I can do it to make it creative, to do great, to do innovative. That would be the creative problems. Means the problem is the same, but everyone is seeing in a different way. Problem solving process. First is object finding, gathering information, define the problem, and with the problem, define problem, generate solution, evaluate, choose between possible solutions, implement the chosen ideas correctly. Objective finding. The objective finding stage essentially involves divergent thinking to generate a list of problems. Convergent is then used to identify the most hits and hotspots. First is ownership, priority, critical nature. Fact findings I had mentioned, please go through it. Then there is a problem finding. Problem finding hits, what are the certain problems, and go through it. Idea finding helps to structure the search for potential solutions. Other mainly divergent activity is used to generate many ideas using a variety of idea generation aids. Solution findings is basically the choice of ideas that can be transformed into workable solutions. Acceptance finding means when we are doing something and when we find it out the result, what exactly it is, we have to easily understand it and gone through it and to find out what are the certain implementation obstacles, then how we can overcome with it, developing both preventive action and contingency. Once again I'm again using we, I, you. Why it is so? Because when you go through the entrepreneurship development, think yourself as an entrepreneur first, then you can think what you have to do it, what are the certain problems you will find it out, and what you can do it to do something innovative. Afterwards, we have a first step, that is the state what appears to be the problem, gather facts, feelings, and opinions, restate the problem, identify alternative solutions for it, evaluate alternatives, implement the decision, evaluate the results. And lecture 10, we will start and match out techniques of creative problem solving. First is the brainstorming, that is the tools and techniques. Rules for brainstorming, just go through it. And I've given you one exercise also, you have to do it. I'd also given some practice questions, so that because but due to the limited time I'm not able to give you how you have to do it, but you have to. Advantages I'd mentioned, given examples also for you, please go through it. Value analysis, key elements to the value analysis process, function analysis, function cost, function worth. So these are the, and if you found any single problems, I'm once again here for all of you. Please text me and inbox me if there is any single problem. I'm here to help out to you in this pandemic situation via digital mode. Thank you so much for attending. Do subscribe and like my videos. Thank you so much.